Secretary-General Antonio Guterres graded the world's vaccine rollout, calling out the inequitable distribution of COVID-19 vaccines. The UN chief called the rollout an obscenity.
On the one hand, we see the vaccines developed in record time, a victory of science and human ingenuity. On the other hand, we see that triumph undone by the tragedy of lack of political will, selfishness and mistrust. A surplus in some countries, empty shelves in others. A majority of the wealthier world vaccinated, over 90% of Africans still waiting for the first dose. This is a moral indictment of the state of our world. It is an obscenity. We pass the science test, but we are getting an F in ethics.
Guterres added that the pandemic and climate crisis has exposed profound fragilities in society. The UN chief urged world leaders to bridge 6 great divides, promote peace and end conflicts, now restore trust between the richer North and developing South on tackling global warming, reduce the gap between rich and poor, promote gender equality, ensure that the half of humanity that has no access to the internet is connected by 2030, and tackle the generational divide by giving young people a seat at the table.
COVID and the climate crisis have exposed profound fragilities as societies and as a planet. Yet, instead of humility in the face of these epic challenges, we see hubris. Instead of the path of solidarity, we are on a dead end to destruction.
Guterres warned that divisions between the US and China have echoes of the Cold War, calling for dialogue between the two nations.
It will be impossible to address dramatic economic and developed challenges while the world's 2 largest economies are at odds with each other. Yet I fear our world is creeping towards 2 different sets of economic, trade, financial and technological rules, 2 divergent approaches in the development of artificial intelligence, and ultimately the risk of 2 different military and geopolitical strategies.